Doug watches all the watch all the way. Go on. That's the one yesterday. It's started.
Calling the council on the whole committee meeting for March 9, 2021, in order at 7 p.m. All members from council are present. Present for the administration is our Mayor and Safety Director, Dennis Morley, our Fire Chief, Ken Whittington, Law Director, Randy Clymer, and City Engineer, Tom Boyer. If there's anyone recording the meeting, as courtesy of the public, will you please identify yourself so we know that being recorded? City of East Lake is recording this meeting. The legislation proposed, we have legislation number 03-09-01, a resolution to auction items for the police department. Mr. Mayor?
We're putting it on a site called property.propertyroom.com. Attached to legislation today, there is bicycles and then various tools, knives, and just watches, gold chains, and things on the other. We'll put that up on property.com. Instead of doing our live like we used to do. And again, like I said, any stuff we've been doing online, we've been bringing in normally to have those eye watching.
Anyone have any questions for the mayor? Okay, seeing none, we'll move on. Legislation number 03-09-02, a resolution to enter into agreement with ODOT for road salt purchase for 2021 and 2022.
If we have to have our numbers in by April, towards the end of April, so we're just figuring we're just getting done now. We were going to order a little less than we did. We're going to do the 2,800 tons instead of 3 or 35. Right now, what we have, it's almost full again, and we still haven't taken this year's salt yet, so we're going to have more than enough salt, but again, we have to do this to make sure that we do have in case we run out. And I kind of would, obviously, I think this year we put good amount of salt down, we had a lot of ice this year, so that's what that is, so we have it in it. You know, we were saying it's 40, 50, 25 this year.
Any questions for the mayor? We have legislation 03-09-03, a resolution to purchase testing for one police cruiser.
We have to, there's a little miscommunication, so we have to do this to cover the PO. We need to put a PO on the cruiser for one of the Durangos. I'll put that on, finish out in it.
Carolyn indicated it was an expenditure from last year, so we set the PO for 2020 and 2021. So we're going to.
Has it been out there already?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Any questions for the mayor? And legislation number 03-09-04 is a resolution stating the city of East Lake's objection to any transfer or renewal of Ohio liquor permit number 9308577 to Vibes Lounge and Events LLC.
This was trying to do our best to document the reason why the response that we made. Carolyn dug into the mail, was able to find. She says she opens the mail as soon as it comes in. So that mail would have been open the day that the response was due by. So we attached to that the explanation from the post office indicating that was apologizing to the city for the late delays. They had a hearing yesterday on their this morning on their 2 different citations. So we submitted some additional information on that. I'm not sure how the board ruled. But this is just to kind of clean up our objection with regards to the mail.
Any questions for the water director? I have a question. If they don't rule in our favor, do we have the right to appeal besides this appeal, or is that it?
It's not something I've ever done before. Usually there is. I would have to find an answer for you. I'm not sure of the status. I'm not sure whether they've already granted. That was a liquor license transfer, so I'm not sure whether they have already transferred because we were pretty late to respond, at least by almost a month. So they may have already done the transfer. But again, they have to have the conditional use permit. They have to have at least one.
Right.
They can end up having the liquor license that we revoked the COP, they came on it.
But I'll get that answer for you.
Any questions for water? Under legislation pending, we have legislation number 02-23-01, a 2021 budget proposal.
Nothing's changed since the last reading. There might be a small change next meeting, because we're doing some of the, we're getting more prices in the senior center, so we may have to move some money from that. We'll have that, not a ton of money, maybe moving. We talked about, say, $30,000 out of the healthcare. And we put in 30%, we're only coming in at 20% possibly for the increase, so we can probably move it out there. But we'll have that information for next meeting.
Okay. Any questions from there? Anyone have anything else? Council as a whole committee meeting is adjourned at 7:06 p.m. The regular council meeting, March 9, 2021, order at 7:06 p.m. Mr. Spot, will you lead us in the pledge of allegiance?
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Will the clerk please call the roll?
Mr. Kaczynski.
Here.
Mr. Cotton.
Here.
Mr. Foley.
Here.
Mr. Evans.
Here.
Mr. Overstreet.
Here.
Mr. Burns.
Here.
Mr. Myers.
Here. Is there a motion to approve the agenda for the regular council meeting of March 9, 2021? Is there a second?
Second.
Will the clerk please call the roll?
Mr. Burns.
Yes.
Mr. Cotton.
Yes.
Mr. Kaczynski.
Yes.
Mr. Foley.
Yes.
Mr. Evans.
Yes.
Mr. Overstreet.
Yes.
Mr. Myers.
Yes, the motion is carried, the agenda is approved. Under minutes, we have no minutes to approve at this time. Been assured by the new clerk that they will be coming in hot and heavy at the next council meeting. Good for everyone. I just also, I guess, you're uploading the videos, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so they can go to YouTube and take a look at that. Our next scheduled council of the whole committee meeting is scheduled for Tuesday, March 23rd, 2021 at 7 p.m. Our regular council meeting is immediately following the adjournment of the council of the whole committee meeting. Oh. Do we have any committee meetings? Okay. Yeah, Mr. Burr, go ahead.
Mr. President, I just wanted to let the council know, as mayor, I think it was already committed to it, we, had a birthday club celebration for a little boy in Eastlake, Sunday at 2 o'clock. It is, we're gonna have special guests there, I don't wanna, reveal anything, but, the little boy is into, books, he likes to read, he's into Avengers, so if anyone wants to, donate, books, it would be, superhero, type books. The birthday party is going to be in the front yard, so we could have more people there. And it is Sunday at 2 o'clock. If anyone from council wants to go, please let me know so I can add your name to the proclamation declaring it this day. And it lasts about a total of 20 minutes, but it's a really heartfelt, worthwhile event. So, thank you.
How old?
11.
11? Okay. Okay. You're welcome. Thank you. All right, we'll now move on to recognition of the public. Floor is open for recognition of the public. If there's no one who wishes to speak.
Let's go a little bit. Let's go, Michelle.
All right, that's fine. Will the clerk please read legislation number 03-09-01?
Resolution authorizing and directing the director of public safety or his duly authorized representative to proceed with the solicitation of bids through an online public auction for the safety of the police department for the sale of 18 bicycles as well as various items of evidence and declaring an emergency.
Is there a motion to suspend the rule requiring separate readings and readings in full?
No motion.
Is there a second? Will the clerk please call the roll?
Mr. Overstreet.
Yes.
Mr. Kaczynski.
Yes.
Mr. Cotton.
Yes.
Mr. Foley.
Yes.
Mr. Evers.
Yes.
Mr. Myers. Or Mr. Burns.
Yes.
Mr. Myers.
Yes. Is there a motion to adopt?
Move to adopt.
Is there a second?
Second.
Will the clerk please call the roll?
Mr. Evers.
Yes.
Mr. Kaczynski.
Yes.
Mr. Cotton.
Yes.
Mr. Foley.
Yes.
Mr. Overstreet.
Yes.
Mr. resolution authorizing and directing the mayor and director of finance enter into an agreement to participate with the Ohio Department of Transportation to participate in the ODOT winter contract for road salt for the 2021 to 2022 winter season and declaring an emergency.
The motion to suspend the rule requiring separate reading to read this fall. Is there a second? Will the clerk please call the roll?
Mr. Evans?
Yes.
Mr. Zerman?
Yes.
Mr. Katsounis?
Yes.
Mr. Scott?
Yes.
Mr. Foley?
Yes.
Mr. Overstreet?
Yes.
Mr. Myers?
Yes. Is there a motion to adopt?
Move to adopt.
Is there a second?
Second.
Will the clerk please call the roll?
Mr. Evans?
Yes.
Mr. Overstreet?
Yes.
Mr. Katsounis?
Yes.
Mr. Scott?
Yes.
Mr. Foley?
Yes.
Mr. Zerman? Mr. Myers?
Yes, the motion is carried, the legislation is adopted. Will the clerk please read legislation number 03-09-03?
A resolution authorizing and directing the mayor and director of finance to purchase from Hall Public Safety Outfitters outfitting equipment for one police vehicle in the total amount of $18,133.22 and declaring an emergency.
Is there a motion to suspend the rule requiring separate reading to read in full? Is there a second? Will the clerk please call the roll?
Mr. Scott?
Yes.
Mr. Evers?
Yes.
Mr. Katsounis?
Yes.
Mr. Foley?
Yes.
Mr. Overstreet?
Yes.
Mr. Zerman?
Yes.
Mr. Myers?
Yes. Is there a motion to adopt?
Move to adopt.
Is there a second? Will the clerk please call the roll?
Mr. Scott?
Yes.
Mr. Evers?
Yes.
Mr. Katsounis?
Yes.
Mr. Foley?
Yes.
Mr. Overstreet?
Yes.
Mr. Zerman?
Yes.
Mr. Myers?
Yes, the motion is carried, the legislation is adopted. Will the clerk please read legislation number 03-09-04?
A resolution stating the city of East Lake's objection to any transfer or renewal of Ohio liquor permit 9308577 to Vibe Lounge and Events LLC at 34596 Lakeshore Boulevard, East Lake, Ohio, 44095 and declaring an emergency.
Is there a motion to suspend the rule requiring separate reading to read in full? Is there a second?
Second.
Will the clerk please call the roll?
Mr. Scott?
Yes.
Mr. Overstreet?
Yes.
Mr. Katsounis?
Yes.
Mr. Foley?
Yes.
Mr. Evers?
Yes.
Mr. Zerman?
Yes.
Mr. Myers?
Yes. Is there a motion to adopt?
Move to adopt.
Is there a second?
Second.
Will the clerk please call the roll?
Mr. Scott?
Yes.
Mr. Overstreet?
Yes.
Mr. Katsounis?
Yes.
Mr. Foley?
Yes.
Mr. Evers?
Yes.
Mr. Zerman?
Yes.
Mr. Myers?
Yes, the motion is carried, the legislation is adopted. We have, under legislation pending, we have legislation number 02-23-01. This is the budget, this is on second reading. We have no unfinished business, we have no new business. We'll move on to our administrative reports. Our first report is from our Mayor and Safety Director, Dennis Moore.
Thank you, Mr. President. Welcome to this evening's agenda. I'm sorry. Tonight's meeting, Mrs. Vogler. Thursday, I sent you guys an email, if anyone can make it for the planning commission, we're gonna be looking at both site plans for both Washington Elementary School and TAP. So we'll have those two site plans, and also the site plan will be going over for the new manufacturing group that wants to go on Research Boulevard. So as many as you can make, that'd be great, so you can see what both of those projects, or three of the projects will be. Yard waste will start, we've been starting to get calls, we had one nice couple days with weather. Yard waste will start back up the week of April 1st, on a regular, obviously, garbage day. We continue, we had our Tuesday call this morning with the county health district. The numbers continue to dwindle down, we're getting more vaccines in the county. So we're starting to we're still working on the plans for senior centers, because right now they still have about they want everyone to be COVID tested. Chief and I had actually a really good conversation today. Most of the seniors, if they are vaccinated, why would you have to do COVID test? So there's still some kinks to figure out in the senior center. Our senior center continue to put the new additions inside that we did, that we're starting to do. Chief can talk about the pods that we're going to do over there, starting March 24th. December, for suicide awareness. It's a group that's been around for many years, so I had the victims advocate today, so we're gonna sit down with them again. That would probably be September 5th. And then we continue to work on other events through the summer. I know Councilman Burns working on the Family Nature Day on June 27th. So Mike's been working on that. And then, you know, we're hoping for a better summer than last year. I'll meet with the captains next week. The groups we're gonna meet on March 31st to start issuing who's gonna park the cars. I did talk to the captains, about 3,000 people allowed per game. We're gonna try to figure out, usually, you know, we got the tickets for the Loge. So we're gonna probably get so many tickets for the Loge, because I think at this point it's still only about 10. So if we do that, then we'll do the rest of the remainder of tickets inside the stadium, for tickets for our residents. So once I get that all handled, we'll start, that people can come in and sign up for tickets again. First game will be opening day for them. Home game will be May 11th, it's a council night. Depending on if you guys want to reschedule anything, so that's up to you. If not, I'll just run quick and come back here, because the game starts at 6:30, be here by 7. That concludes my report. All for questions.
Mayor, is there anything planned for Easter?
We thought about we were gonna have to do the drive-through, and we didn't know what the weather was, and by the time we got something solved, we decided we weren't gonna have it. If I would have knew weeks ago, some things would have been open, and maybe we could have did it on the field again. I just think the logistics are just, we have to have it done in 2 weeks. And, you know, by the time we ordered 10,000 eggs and try to get it packed, I think we'd be behind the 8 ball. Are you looking at doing something?
Yeah, I have for the free kids lunch program, we're doing, I think it's April 3rd, which is Saturday, before Easter. We're just gonna hand out lunch with bags of plastic eggs for candy. So if anybody wants to be involved in that,
all right,
then more than welcome. Thank you.
What's the new streets they're gonna put in for these developments? Has there been any suggestions as to what the new streets?
We've talked, they reached out to me on a couple things. My neighbor worked at Washington for over 20 years, so she gave them a lot of background on Washington Elementary. Grace was actually the first class at Taft Elementary School, so yeah, they're gonna talk and probably get some names.
Because I was gonna suggest maybe name Washington and Taft Street.
Yeah, we could bring that up and come to planning. Yeah, they're open to sit down with us and working how we want. Let's go up Dennis's way. We're from Barrett Road, aimed at the conference spot. Come on, please.
You could.
On the record.
It's on the record.
That's attorney right now. Yeah, you keep taking attorney too, and I think how that works out.
I don't work for you, though.
My counsel, you do. Well, I said I don't work for you right now, but anyhow.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. We move on.
Mr. President, I don't plan on being that confrontational. So, like normally I feel like to kind of update on where we are with the vaccinations. So, clarify what Mayor we're talking about. If you follow the CDC recommendations, they're saying that anybody that's been vaccinated, that was with somebody else that's been vaccinated, they no longer have a mask requirement during those conversations. So that's what we were discussing, that our residents started attending the senior center again, and everybody that is in that room has been vaccinated, according to CDC. There isn't a mask requirement, so why would there be a testing requirement? So that's just to clarify what our discussion was at this point. So, that was there, last week. There was some discussion about, creating a consistent pod schedule for the county. So they're going to be doing an East End pod, a Central pod, and a West End pod. It's going to be a reoccurring pod until summer. And so what we did on the West End, there was some discussion amongst the fire chief
30 in one community and then shuffling our members to their pie, what a couple of the communities. So I met with the mayor, and he was very much in agreement that we probably should in this community have. So we're going to have 8 scheduled dates. I can make sure that the mayor sends out the schedule. Those are all tentative schedules, those are all tentative dates. They're really going to be based on 2 days. How much vaccine we actually get, and then second, the need to continue to do vaccinations all through the year. So there's definitely a tentative kind of schedule. The plan would be to have it at the community/senior center. We met there earlier this week to come up with a plan. So our first one's going to be on the 24th of March. I have no particulars. I don't know the vaccine we're going to get, how many people. We won't find that out until the Thursday before. And it could be anywhere from 200 to 1,500 vaccines, depending on how much the county actually gets in that week. When we'll certainly don't know the manufacturer of that either. The governor is continuing to change the requirements for the vaccine, and he's lessening the age. And I've had some conversations with people about how quickly it's happening. And that reflects strictly about the fact that we have vaccine available to continue to do these things. So I would just, if you're interested in doing the vaccine and you start meeting those requirements, my suggestion, and I know there's lots of places that are advertising they're going to have vaccines, so it's a lot of your pharmacies and a lot of businesses, and we'll certainly, I think that those would be valid places to sign up. But the county now has a system. If you go onto their website, essentially what you need to do is you need to get to what they call ArmorVax. ArmorVax now is the registration software for the county. It's actually changed the dynamic of how we do vaccinations. So we had a pod on Friday with us, it was the second shot pod, was literally the last time we're using paperwork. So when they show up to wake up, you check, there's 3 check-in points. Each check-in point had a different kind of setup. So you would present paperwork, you would present your card, you were given a card, and then you would drive through the building and then get your shot. ArmorVax is basically, it's a free registration. So when you come to the table, there's going to be IT people from the health department there. So you sit down and you tell them their name, they push a button, you're in, you get a shot, you're gone. So we did Will Eastlake and used ArmorVax, and I think that the time from entering the gym and sitting down to your left was probably 3 minutes. So it really is changing things. So when you meet that requirement and you're eligible for that shot and you want the vaccine, really my suggestion is you can blitz all the places that are advertising, most certainly. I'm not telling you not to do it, but I think that ArmorVax really sets you up for ability to get into a pot. So that was just kind of the things that are changing as we move along on this. Johnson & Johnson is in the state. I know that sooner than later, Johnson & Johnson is going to be administered, probably within the next couple of days. And so I'm kind of excited to see how that goes compared to the 2-shot system. And it's going very well. I mean, I think that the county's goal is to get up anywhere from 3,000 to 4,000 vaccines a week. I think right now it's 1,500 to 2,000 a week, so they're looking to almost double that based on now that you have the third manufacturer involved in the process. And I never promote or advocate whether or not people should be getting the vaccine. I think that what we're showing though is by getting the vaccine, it's changing the dynamics of the virus. And for those that want life to get back to normal, most certainly the most direct way to do that is through vaccination. So I think that's why that was in it. So I know I probably throw a lot at you. We're continuing to try to be involved in the Eastlake Fire Department. We've been involved in every pod that we possibly can. And now we host our own. The concentration will be staffing it ourselves. We've had really good relationships with Lori Klanowski from the NCI group and her staff and then her students. So between us and them will probably all be able to be involved as far as getting thinking and vaccinated. So I'm very excited now that we have one in Eastlake. I know that the mayor was very much in favor of this. It really was the driving force and we need it. try to figure out where to go, and so I think it's a good thing for us to be able to do that, so. I think that's all we can talk about, I guess, all night, but that's all I actually have at this point, unless you get that, but. From the department perspective, we have the retirement of Lieutenant Drake, coming up in April, and then, with the increase in the staffing that still has much been gracious to give me with us for the last couple of years. Hopefully by Friday, we'll have the ability to have that increased staffing and Drake's replacement. We're interviewing on Friday, and so, that actually, amongst COVID and hiring and promoting and stuff, that's part of the report. So I'll have that over questions.
Any questions for the chief?
Sorry, that's all.
Probably not much short of a call.
Yeah.
Thank you, chief, appreciate it. We'll move on to our city engineer, Tom Dwyer.
Thank you, Mr. President, members of the council, Mr. Mayor. Today, down in the Galilee area, the mainline pipe is finished. We have about 2 more weeks where the inlet basins put in and cleaning up the area. And we'll be moving towards restoration paving and grass as soon as weather and subcontractor.
Any questions for Mr. Dwyer? Seeing none, we'll move on to our law director, Ray Clymer.
Thank you, Mr. President, Council, Mr. Mayor. Again, Fives had their citation hearings this morning. Usually they make a decision the same day and they issue a decision out. So I'll try to monitor that. You probably won't get a notice of it, keep an eye out for it. We're at the final stages of getting the votes out there. Just in my office sometimes when we get all the letters and we have the pile, we get them over, we have to bring it. So hopefully that'll be moving in the next week or so. Or at least notice. And you know that tree lawsuit was filed. We got service ended in the month of January and February, so we'll do the motion for default. They haven't responded, so seems to be what's happening throughout. I'll keep you updated on that, and I'll just be out of town next week with some spring break, but 5 months.
Any questions for law director? Seeing none, anyone have anything else? Okay. Council meeting adjourned at 7:28 p.m. How was your show?
I'll text it to you, I didn't want to say it publicly, I don't.
Oh, that's fine.